Merry NFL Draft Eve. That is right. It is Wednesday, April 23rd, and one more sleep, and we will be at the NFL Draft. This is the Flag on the Take first annual mock draft, and we're going to cover a little bit of WrestleMania too, because that happened, and wow. But first, this mock draft episode is brought to you by Huga House. Looking for top-of-the-line quality hats, beanies, long sleeves, and hoodies at a competitive price? Check out Huga House and use code FLAG15 for 15% off your purchase. That's FLAG15 for 15% off at checkout. Worn by people such as Aaron Rodgers, Shane Gillis, Shohei Ohtani, Josh Allen, and more. Shop Huga House today. And before we jump into it, if you like the content, if you like the mock draft, please hit that like button, and please also hit that subscribe button. It is a massive favor to us. We are grateful for it, and it takes 3 seconds of your time. So if you like the content, please subscribe. Please spread the word. We greatly appreciate the support. You know I got my boy Jordan with me as always, but we got Luke back for the mock draft.
Yeah,
what's up, Luke?
Go, mock draft. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. We've been planning this one for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Me and Jordan have done this for years on our own, but now it's the first annual one that's actually on the podcast. So we'll be doing this every year, but you got to start somewhere. So this is going to be the very first one. And, yeah, I'm very excited. Just to preface it, we're going to do a mock draft that is what we think they will do, not what we would do. They kind of contradict each other. So think of this when we make our picks as this is what we think they're going to do.
What we think each team's going to do. Yes, sir.
Exactly. But before we get into that, just skip the next 15 minutes if you don't like wrestling. But, Jordan, I know you watched WrestleMania, brother. How we feeling?
Sure did.
17, baby.
I'm feeling good. Like we were saying, we'll get into it a little bit more, but disappointed in like the final match because I feel like the build-up was just phenomenal. But I guess we can start with the opener. The opener, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. I'm blanking. Who else we have, Cole?
Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca Belair. It was a good match. So going into
wish it went a few minutes longer. That was my only.
Yeah. And the way that they played it up, you could tell that Io was going to win because she was the underdog in it. And even when they started the match, she was off to the side, and you got Bianca and Rhea beefing. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, here we go. I know this.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, but it was a very entertaining match. Physicality from Rhea and Bianca was top of the line. Like they were going at it when they had when Io was relegated to the side. I think they had like knocked her out for a couple minutes, but those two going at it was insane.
Speaking of girls going at it, dude, Tiffany Stratton looked like she lost a tooth there. She
chipped
and be like,
it.
I didn't lose my tooth.
It looked like it.
It looked bad, dude. I don't know if that was like eyeliner or what that was that got on her tooth. It looked like she straight up chipped.
I thought it was a chip. Yeah, I was about to say it looked bad.
That match was so sloppy because both of those women were genuinely trying to hurt each other. So the match was sloppy, but I'm just glad that Tiffany won because I would have genuinely crashed out. It would have been a genuine crash out if she lost, bro. I would have been so mad.
I only watched like a little bit of night one. I didn't see the whole thing, but night two, I saw all of it. I think from what I've heard, it was a lot more enjoyable than night one. Not saying that night one was bad.
Yeah, night two definitely had better matches, except the main event. Night one's main event was pure cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Yeah,
I dropped some quick takes on TikTok. Go check that out at Flag on the Take on TikTok. Make sure you drop a follow. We are at 299 at recording, so hopefully at 300 by the time that this episode airs. But
absolutely,
yeah. So I dropped some quick hitters on there. I loved the Fatal 4-Way and Dom winning and him pinning Finn. Cinema. I can't wait to see where that goes. And what else? Oh yeah, Jacob Fox.
Dom winning was crazy. I'm not gonna say I didn't see it coming, but I just didn't think they were gonna do it.
I knew Fatu was winning, but that match was so awesome.
Yeah,
it was one of the best matches of the whole thing.
Yeah,
and then Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre beat the living shit out of each other, dude. That was
Can I say
crazy.
that Dom is too tall to be doing the 619? I've been saying it. Dog, the way he like lingers on the rope and his little legs just swing around is the funniest thing ever, bro. He needs to retire.
He's like Arthur, dude. He's a.
That's what I'm saying. To be swinging around like that is crazy. No,
the fact that he can do it at his height is crazy.
Yeah, that is very true. Especially go like horizontal like that. That's insane. But
yeah.
No. What was your favorite match of night two?
Oh, Favorite match of night 2? That's tough because the street fight was so good. But Becky Lynch coming back, man. The man is
I called it. I called it. Yeah.
I mean, we all knew it because Lyra's from Ireland. Becky's from Ireland. Becky already was in town because of Seth. So I just
and with her having time off, I'm glad. No, I thought with her having time off, I knew that they were going to let her win.
I just can't believe that she's like back full time. I thought this was a one-off.
Oh, she's full time.
Yeah, they wouldn't have gave her the title if she was only here for one thing.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, so I loved that. That was awesome. An awesome match. I'm blanking on who all was night 2 versus night 1. It's all blending together.
It is.
I would say either the triple threat or the Sin City street fight were probably my 2 favorites of night 2. And then of night 1, besides, if I can't pick
Priest
the
and Drew was probably my favorite as well.
Yeah, if I can't pick the main event of night 1, I'm definitely picking Jacob Fatu and LA Knight.
Yeah.
That was clearly the second best match of that card. But I loved it. Tonight's Raw after Mania, so we're not going to have any of that because we're recording before this. So if you're listening on Wednesday, sorry, check out our TikTok. I'll have my thoughts. But, yeah, I'm super excited to see where they go with this. I mean, Jey Uso won. That match was I really, really didn't like the finish. I didn't like they made Gunther tap after 2 seconds. That kind of pissed me off.
I do have a pressing question for you, though.
Huh?
I've been waiting to ask you. You think Cody turns heel?
No, they need a top baby face. I don't think he turns heel. I mean, it wouldn't blow me away if they did it, but, like, I don't think they're going to do it. But, like, if they did it, I'd be like, oh, it's time.
Okay.
But, yeah, man. WrestleMania was great. There's definitely been better WrestleManias, especially considering how the main event went.
I thought the one last year was better, but I still enjoyed this one.
Oh, yeah, the Cody Roman main event was way better than the John and Cody. And, like, no Rock really bummed me out. Like, bringing out Travis
Scott. I thought they were going to bring him back out. Travis Scott, but no Rock is crazy.
Yeah, like, Travis Scott, I thought was going to lead into The Rock. So when it was just Travis, I was like, what the hell? Yeah. And, like, Cody ate, like, 5 finishers, and then for just, like, a title to the head for that to be all that it took to pin him was crazy.
It was funny seeing Travis Scott take a crossroads to the face.
Yeah, took a bomb. He said he wants to get more into it.
I didn't think he was going to, but he did.
He said he wants to get more into it.
I would love to see it. He's like
I loved how, like,
soaking wet.
Yeah, I loved his entrance when it's just Fiend blaring over the speakers and he's like slowly walking to the ring and John's just laughing his ass off in the ring.
Yo, it's hilarious. He broke character for that. Yo, it's actually hilarious.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to see what John says tonight because him and Paul Heyman.
He's doing his interview tonight, right? Yeah.
They both went on Pat McAfee show and left breadcrumbs, but nothing concrete. So I'm very excited to see how it.
I don't think this is the end for John, just the way it ended.
Yeah, no, definitely. John's going to be here till December. He's been very open about that commitment. I think he's going to carry the title till December, though. So
okay.
Yeah, I love it. I'm happy about it. I can't wait to see it. They got me hooked. So it was good enough to keep me hooked, but it wasn't good enough to make me think like, wow, this is one of the best WrestleManias I've ever seen. So I'll be patient. I'll let them cook. But I said on TikTok, both things can be true. I'm happy that John won, but I'm disappointed in the match.
Oh yeah, the match was
true. Yeah. Like, I get the whole starting it slow thing, and, like, it built up nice, but the finish just really took it out of me.
Heck yeah.
But,
like, with again, that was an amazing opener, and I'm like, they just kept building off of it. And then you had the Damian Priest-Drew match, and that was one of my favorites as well. And then going into that, I'm like, okay, this especially when John had this little entrance, and he's just kind of, walking around.
Oh, yeah, he's like, you get nothing!
Yeah, so, I don't know. It was disappointing, but the build-up was good. So I enjoyed it though, overall.
Shout out to Dirty Dom. He deserves it. I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, I don't dislike Dom. He's not growing on me like everybody else. To get here, though. Yeah, I don't dislike him.
He's not supposed to grow on you. He's a heel.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to like him.
No, but people like him.
Well,
genuinely,
I'm not saying I like him. I'm just admitting that he's good at wrestling now. I mean, he's been in it. Yeah. He's been working every week for the past 5 years. So to see him reach his potential, I'm very excited to see where it goes. So
yeah,
you got this, Dom. But all right, Jordan, if you want, like in the YouTube, to put 10 minutes for the end, so people who don't like wrestling.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that was our WrestleMania coverage. Like I said, 10 minutes. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll definitely dive more into it next week's episode because we'll get more into the Raw after Mania and everything.
Yeah.
But
sorry, Luke. I know we just started going, but we're gonna get into this football.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm trying to get Luke into wrestling. He won't do it.
It's actually like Luke. I'm telling you, it's I'm a casual, very much a casual, but I very much enjoy it. Like,
okay,
Cole will tell you, it's enjoyable when you sit there and like watch wrestling.
Bro. You got to look at it more as a TV show than like an actual. If you look at it like UFC, you're going to be disappointed. But if you look at it like a TV show, like you watch on Netflix or Hulu, you'll love it.
And you got to watch it with somebody who's animated, which is why I enjoy watching it with like Cole.
You got to watch it with someone who knows the business too.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be able to explain things to you. But all right, it is time. Doon 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 doon.
Let's go.
All right. So for those who are here for the mock draft, welcome. Thank you for sticking it out through wrestling if you don't like wrestling. But the order will be Jordan will be the first pick, and then Luke will be the second pick. And then as your humble host, I put myself third. So I will be the third pick, and then Jordan will go fourth, Luke will go fifth, I'll go sixth, etc., etc.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, with the first pick, the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. Jordan, I think this is a pretty cut and dry one, but you can go ahead and do your spiel.
With the first pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
Wow.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I mean, like, this is going to be the easiest pick of the whole draft. I mean, this is pretty much a layup for you, Unk.
Yep. So I'll just go into detail a little bit for those who don't, I mean, I'm assuming you like football if you're clicking on this, but the Tennessee Titans are not in a good spot right now. They really need a little bit of everything, but, quarterback's not really their most pressing concern, but it is the most important position on the football field, so you got to address it. Cam Ward is probably the most talented and better prospect of this draft. Yeah. So again, number one, we know how he's not the best player in the draft, but as far as how value is concerned for the position, this is a no-brainer for the Tennessee Titans. They take Cam Ward.
Well, you got to think too, like new GM, head coach in the second year, like they want the
Will Levis is gone. Yeah.
They didn't draft him, so they're like,
that's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
Yeah, Levis is cooked. He's done.
Yeah, go drink your mayo coffee somewhere else, bitch. But all right, that means
I forgot that he
Cleveland Browns are now on the clock, and I think
Browns on the clock.
I think this could go one of two ways. So I mean, you got to think Cleveland.
It's one or the other, is what I'm going to say.
Oh, is the pick in?
It's only fitting that I'm picking this as a Steeler fan, but here we go. Let me
in?
get the mic out. The pick is in. With the number 2 overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Travis Hunter, corner from Colorado.
I low-key thought you might have went Abdul Carter.
And more of like, for me, this is just going to keep the fans in the seats for the Browns. I mean, their fans are dedicated anyway, but this guy's going to sell a crap ton of jerseys, and he can hopefully be an extremely impact player on the field and help that defense a lot. So that's why I have Travis Hunter go into the Browns with the 2nd overall pick.
What is he announced as? Fuck. What is he announced as?
Oh yeah, what is he announced as?
I think he's announced as a corner, right?
Okay.
Oh.
Or at least he should be. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's any way he's going to play both, but I guess some people think he might. But okay. I would say corner. Yeah, defensive.
Well, you got to think too. Like this is also like you got to think he is the first like two-way of his kind. Like and plus it's Cleveland, dude. They're going to run him into the ground, especially on a rookie deal. They're going to run him into the ground.
Yeah, I do think. I think they will. I think it's going to be mainly corner. But he's still going to have packages on offense at wide receiver, whether it be like red zone or just like a couple. But he's going to get a couple plays on offense, regardless of where he gets drafted to, even if it's not, Cleveland. But I think he will be corner full time. I hate this because I don't want the Browns to be good. I don't think any of us want the Browns to be good because we're on the same.
No,
I just think that's who they're going to pick. I'm not saying I think he's going to go off. I just think the Browns are going to go with him.
Yeah,
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, I'm thinking Abdul, but I can see Travis. It was either those two for me. So I think either way, you picked a good one.
Fellas, do the Giants make noise at this pick, or do they play it safe? Their jobs are on the line. They're on the hot seat.
I'll let you do what you do first, and then I'll go afterwards.
Yeah, I'll let you know who I have with this pick.
Dude, I'm between two players, man. Dude, like the Giants, if Joe Shane and Brian Dable weren't on the hot seat, like hot seat, this would be an easy slam dunk. But I feel like they're kind of forced to pick something here. But I can also see them trading back into the first round to meet.
I think they'll trade back just because of their signings, and that's all I'm going to say. And also what they were saying in the interviews.
Yeah, because they are trying to win like now, but they also need a plan for the future to keep Joe Shane's job.
Mm-hmm.
We got to think Joe Shane.
You got a tough one here.
Joe Shane's got to keep his job, so he's got to prove there's a plan for the future. And I don't think Mr. Unlimited is the future.
Oh, heck no. No. I think he'll be serviceable for them for 2 years, depending on if whoever they get here is what I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Oh, pick is in, fellas. With the third pick, the New York Football Giants select Abdul Carter, edge rusher from Penn State. And the only reason I made this pick is because I think in the second round at 34, I think A, they're trading up with that pick, and B, they're either going to get like Shedeur could fall that far, hypothetically. I mean, you still got Jackson Dart, who hypothetically could fall that far. You got who's the other like day 2 quarterbacks? Like Milroe, they could say is like, hey, this is our guy of the future. Like we're gonna sit on him. So
we'll get there, but I think Milroe. I think somebody's trading back in the first for Milroe.
Like a Lamar situation, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
Abdul Carter with Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns, dude. Like that's definitely gonna help the defense. So that's gonna help them be more respectable right now.
I agree.
Which is what they need.
Big depth on their defense if they make that pick.
Oh yeah. All right, the New England Patriots are on the clock.
You got me.
This is a tough spot here. Uncle looks like he needs time to think. So
no, I'm good. I already know.
Oh,
I know
the pick is in?
Yeah. With the fourth pick and the 2020 that was a lot of 2025. There we go. 2025 NFL draft. The Patriots select Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU. I know there was talk about his arm length, but when he measured at the combine, so at the combine they measured him shorter because they like 33-inch, right? 33-inch arms. At his pro day, he was measured above that, so I don't know which one they'd rather go with. But other than that, he's been consistent. He's been the most consistent prospect as far as like O-tackle in the draft. We saw what happened with Drake May last year. He got killed. Yeah. My thing is, it was mostly in the interior. So I think they will move Will Campbell to guard, but I mean, he has versatility. So he'll probably get moved inside. But regardless of where he is, it's a win for New England because they need line. So I feel like this pick kind of explains itself. If you watched any tape on New England or any New England games last year, you see that this is a good pick.
I think this is also a spot for them to trade out to, like a team to try and jump the Raiders.
Very true. If they feel like Will's going to fall.
No, yeah, well that and like for a team that's desperate for Shedeur. So like I can definitely see this being a trade out spot if Travis and Abdul are both gone. But yeah, I mean I think it fits a huge need for them. So great pick. So now the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. I think this is the only pick besides the first overall pick that is a slam dunk. Like, there's only one player that's been mocked to the Jacksonville Jaguars this entire process. This is a slam dunk for Jacksonville.
I'm pretty sure I have him. The pick is in. With the fifth overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Mason Graham.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard this entire time.
Yep.
Dude, we've been hearing that since like December. That like Mason Graham's going to the Jaguars.
Yeah. Apparently, he's like, I didn't watch much Michigan. Is he like a dog like they say he is?
Dude, he gives off like Vita Vea almost.
Okay.
Like massive problem on the interior. I mean, he's just hard to stop.
Gotcha.
He's like what's his name that just signed with the Raiders last offseason? The defensive tackle. The guy.
Christian Wilkins?
Yes, that's his comp. Yeah, that's his comp.
Christian Wilkins.
See, this is why people who are still listening, A, thank you, and B, this is why we prefaced by this is what we think they will do, not what we what we would do if we were the GM. Because
I'm excited to see what you're going to do with the sixth pick.
What the Raiders are going to do is nowhere near. I wouldn't do this with a 10-foot pole if I was the Raiders. but I know they're going to do it because they're completely infatuated with this player, and rightfully so, because he is an absolute junkyard dog. He is a bowling ball of butcher knives.
Oh, yep, I know who it is.
But they're too early in their rebuild process to draft his position, but the pick is in. Drum roll. It is Ashton Genty, running back out of Boise State. Now, hear me out.
Wow.
Does Ashton Genty deserve to go 6th overall? Yes. Are the Raiders in position to draft a running back? Hell no. Their O-line, their corners, their receivers, like, they need so much work at more critical positions that drafting Ashton Genty, they're 2 years away from drafting Ashton Genty, if that makes sense.
They are.
Like, they're two years away in the rebuild. But this is what I think they will do, not what I would do. If I was them, I would draft a lineman, offensive lineman, or the corner from Michigan. But not what I would do. It's what I think they're going to do. So the New York Jets are now on the clock. I think this is a pretty slam dunk pick, too.
I'm in between two. I'm not going to lie to you. But
are they at the same position?
No.
Really? Ooh,
yeah, no.
Okay.
But I think the pick is in. With the 7th pick of the 2025 NFL draft, because I'm in between two. The New York Jets select Tyler Warren.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Tight end.
Oh, yeah.
Penn State.
Penn State. My Nittany Lions. Wow, that's early in the draft. That's earlier. Than
he's nice.
I've seen
Tyler's been going early. Yeah, plus they need one. Who do they got? Tyler Conklin? Like, nah.
Yeah, if that. Like CJ Uzomah.
Think about the emergence of people like Brock Bowers. Like, I think they're betting on them having like a Brock Bowers. Other than Garrett Wilson, they're going to need a weapon opposite of him. They don't have like another wideout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like Justin Fields needs someone over the middle of the field to throw to.
That's what I'm saying. So Tyler Warren, you can line him up. You can line him up as a receiver though. He's very versatile as a tight end.
That's what I'm saying.
He's more of a vertical threat. So
like Aaron Glenn's OC. Yeah, Aaron Glenn's OC is going to have a field day with this, but here's where the draft starts to get spicy. This is one of the other very unpredictable picks. But the Carolina was saying they would trade on the clock.
All right.
Yeah, we're doing no trades.
I think.
Yeah, no trades.
I think
no
the
trades,
pick is in.
Yeah.
Allegedly, the pick is in.
Okay, with the 8th overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Jalen Walker.
Good pick. I've been hearing that.
Isn't he one of those ones where they're kind of iffy where he's going to fall in the first?
Yeah.
Like he's either going to be top 15 or he's going to be like late 20s?
It's like if he doesn't go to Carolina, it's like 18 or somewhere nearby That's like the next like spot for him to go.
Jalen Walker, he's
been flying up draft boards, dude. He tested really well.
Mm-hmm. He's Georgia, right?
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia linebacker. Yeah, he tested very well. So love that pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
All right.
Oh, what you gonna do here? What you going? You know what you want to do. You know what you want to do. Think about, I can't say it. I won't influence your pick, but there's some news that came out recently.
You know what I want to do.
I know what you want to do. You should do it. I think it's gonna happen.
You think so?
I think it's gonna happen, especially with the Derek Carr stuff.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it. The pick's in. All right. With the 9th pick, the New Orleans Saints select Shedeur Sanders.
There we go.
Quarterback, Colorado.
Whoa.
I low-key was already typing it before you said it.
I will say, if Shedeur does not go here, it is a long fall.
Oh, no. He'll only fall to 21. He'll go to 21.
The difference between 9 and 21 is a long fall.
Oh, that's a huge difference. I get what you're saying, but yeah.
I mean, this is also...
Wow, what a difference.
Yeah, right. I don't know if this is the pick I would make here, not in terms of, like, if he's worthy. Like, Shedeur's worthy of going 9th overall, but it's just more of, like, the Saints have holes. They're already paying Carr a lot of money. So now if they draft Shedeur Sanders, it's like, what do? But they have the new head coach who's going to want his own guy. Derek's injured for the rest of the season already, so I can see it. But that puts the Chicago Bears on the clock.
I'm in between two here. Well, honestly, I can't believe that this guy's still on the board considering where... Because I think the Patriots might have taken him as well. You know where I'm going here. But the pick is in at number 10. At the 10th overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Armand Membu, tackle out of Missouri.
See, I didn't know if you were going Membu
or Kelvin Banks.
No, I didn't know if you were doing Membu or if you were doing Will Johnson.
Oh no, I'm doing Armand. That was my third, but I had Membu really in my sights for this one.
Because the Bears, since they beefed up the O-line, they don't have to do this now. They had to do it before, but they don't have to do it now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like you would rather have somebody on contract, like under contract for a couple of years, especially if you feel like they're going to be a bookend tackle. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, because they got their interior right for sure.
Oh, yeah. Joe Thuney's going to coach this kid up real good.
Yeah.
But that puts the San Francisco 49ers on the clock, who let a lot of guys walk this offseason because they're going to have to pay Brock Purdy, who is not under contract at time of recording. Well, under extension, I should say.
There was a lot to be left desired last season for the 49ers, so I think a lot of people are kind of wondering who they're going to go with. This is who I have. Before I announce the name, I want to apologize for any mispronunciation of this guy's name. But the 11th overall pick, the 49ers select Jahade Barron, cornerback out of Texas.
Jahade
Barron. Jahade?
Yeah, Jahade Barron.
Yeah, Barron. He flew up draft boards recently too.
Yeah, he has. I think he's one of those ones where it's like if he doesn't go high, he's gonna fall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he ran a sub 4.4. That's why he flew up.
Oh heck yeah! It's like Nate Wiggins.
Dude, get him on that defense. Hopefully he can become, one of the top defensive ends in the league. So, or defensive.
Well, they let Charvarius Ward walk too, so they definitely have the need.
Yeah, they need it
for corner. So that's a great pick.
I'm excited to see what you do here, Cole. I think I know where you're going to go with it.
For months, Jordan, how long have I been saying this? I think I've been saying this since we started the podcast that Ashton Genty was married to the Dallas Cowboys here.
Which is why I think they're going to go somewhere else, yeah.
Because of how much Jerry Jones absolutely loved that guy.
Yep.
But, I don't know.
There's two that you could go here. I can see you doing two here.
I am between two.
I think I know.
I am between two. But it's Jerry Jones, which means I need to pick the obvious pick. So, picks in, fellas.
Okay.
With the 12th overall pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Amarion Hampton. Running back from my UNC, baby.
Yeah.
Absolute dog. This was an Ashton Genty spot, though. If Genty doesn't go 6 to the Raiders, this is where Genty's going. I'm calling my shot. I was between Amarion and I was between Michael Williams.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Tetaroa. Because they need a wide receiver bad.
Yeah, but Tet's plummeting down draft boards. That's
true.
I don't even think Jerry's going to make that kind of reach.
I don't know.
But
Ted at 12's that's not that much of a reach, considering he was supposed to be top 5.
But, Jerry's also talked about, I don't have to pay Micah Parsons, so I wouldn't have been shocked if he drafted an edge rusher to, turn that pressure up on Micah.
True.
So,
true.
I don't think Jerry's that smart, though, so give me Amarion. All right, that puts the Miami Dolphins on the clock. Bless you.
Sorry, allergies.
It is allergy season.
Yeah, it is, and my Zyrtex is not working right now.
The Miami Dolphins have left so many people walk. Oh, you're ready?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh
no, I'm ready. Right. Yeah, I'm running this up to the stand. Now, there's a reason for this. Okay. With the 13th
I think I know where
pick
he's going.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Will Johnson. Corner.
Really?
Michigan.
Okay. Okay.
Not Kelvin Banks?
Nah.
Dude, our Armstead they have no linemen.
That's very true. But I'm also thinking about Howard because of his whole off the field stuff, and their second, and Jalen Ramsey's about to be gone. So I'm thinking about it in that aspect.
That's true. So they get rid of one injury-prone DB to bring in another one. I love Will Johnson, but bro's got to stay on the field.
The only reason Will's not higher is one, because he did have the injury, and also because he hasn't ran the 40. So everybody, but I don't think 40 time matters if you're that instinctual as he is. I don't think his 40 time really matters for the type of game that he plays. So I'm taking Will Johnson here.
He's a very good cover corner, so we will see. But I like him personally. But, all right, that puts the Indianapolis Colts on the clock. Pat McAfee's team is on the clock. There's a lot of different ways they can go, dude. They have holes and they don't.
So I kind of had to adjust, off of Jordan's last pick a little bit. So here's where I'm going to go. With the 14th overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas. It's protection for AR.
Yeah, they let some people walk, so that definitely does not shock me that Kelvin Banks is the pick there. I mean, I honestly can't believe he's made it this far. Kelvin Banks is off the board.
Kelvin Banks?
Kelvin Banks to the Colts. They let some people walk. They let a couple offensive linemen go. I think they let Braden Smith. No, Braden Smith has the OCD. They let Will Freeze go. And I think they let one more person go, too. So, Kelvin Banks, good pick. They got to protect AR. I love it. I honestly can't believe Kelvin Banks made it this far.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like if this was the real draft, they would jump on that. They would jump on Kelvin Banks.
Oh, yeah. Indianapolis is very drafting, like, best available. But, all right, next up on the clock is the Atlanta Falcons, who are taking Jackson Darts. Like, I'm kidding. That's not the pick.
I'm like, dang, that was fast. Dang, that was fast.
No, that's just a joke because of how much they love screwing over.
I think they like Mike.
Cousins.
They like Mike anyway.
No, I was just making a joke because they love drafting quarterbacks with Kirk on the roster.
Yeah,
but
that'd be funny.
This is tough. I mean, I feel like this guy is starting to slide a little bit.
Oh, I'm interested.
So, I feel like now I haven't really looked at too many recent mocks, but I feel like this guy's starting to slide. And the Falcons, their defense wasn't the best last year. I'm not saying that's why they weren't good, but if you're going to have a Michael Penix, a young quarterback, you need a good defense. So, with the 15th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Mykel Williams, edge rusher from Georgia.
That's where I thought you were going to go.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They got to get some turnovers on defense. Mykel can pressure the quarterback, get a few strip sacks, get some easy possessions for Michael Penix. So they got to do something here. They've put so many first-round picks in that offense. It's time they put one in that defense. Also, that's
a good one.
Don't be shocked if Will Johnson or Jahdae Barron go here if they make it this far. I can see them taking another corner to like a more ball-hawking corner to put aside A.J. Terrell.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Arizona Cardinals are on the
I don't know where I want to go with this one.
It's starting to get tight.
I think I'm going to do it. With the 16th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Mike Green. Edge Marshall. Yep.
Dang.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
What?
I'm doing it.
Wow, this is early. There's no E.
Yeah, I'm doing Mike Green. There's no Green. All right, there's no E. Okay.
Dude, this is...
Yeah, I'm doing it. Think about it. I know they're going to talk about the competition. He's a first-round talent. He dominated competition. He was double-digit sacks. He dominated at the Senior Bowl. So I think he shows that he can play on a higher tier competition.
God, you want to talk about someone that has flown up draft boards, dude.
Yeah, I think you could honestly flip-flop Atlanta or Arizona with these two picks. It just depends on what they prefer out of their players. Honestly, I do. But, yeah, I'm going. Right. Yep.
So that has all of the top 14 overall picks of the ESPN best available are now gone.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of crazy because this draft is very unpredictable, but since we have no trades, we kind of have to follow how we think it's going to go. But I think it's going to be some trades. I think it's going to be at least two.
Yeah, it's tough too because there's no stars in this draft. It's a bunch of starters, if that makes sense. So
it's it's a lot of depth at certain positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Good depth.
So that puts the Cincinnati Bengals on the clock.
Oh, I'm interested. Let's see.
Bengals are on the clock. I'm kind of surprised this guy is still here. It's definitely a position that I think the Bengals could really benefit from with a first-round pick.
Okay.
So here we go.
I'm interested.
The 17th overall pick. The Cincinnati Bengals select Shamar Stewart.
Oh! Whoa! That's really. I see it. That's rough though, because
that is not
I think
the
he
edge
might
rusher I would take.
He's he only had 1.5 career sacks, dude. He's weird. He reminds me of Owe. Honestly,
I was gonna say Odafe Owe.
Yeah, he reminds
You're banking
me of
on
Owe.
pure potential here.
Yeah, because he's probably the most athletic edge in the draft, but just as far as production goes, it's not there.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature for sure, but Bengals need someone who can play right now, especially with God, who was it that retired? Hubbard retired. Yeah. So I like the position group. That's not the one I would have went with.
They're not even sure if Trey is going to play this year.
Exactly.
With the stuff that's going on with him.
Hey, I hope they take him, and I hope he doesn't pan out. But sorry, Shamar, but I would say that about anybody who went to the Bengals.
Yeah. I like the pick, Luke, because I think they need defense. It's just they're really banking here if they do take him.
Oh, yeah.
They would be.
Oh, dude, I'm in a tough spot here. It's starting to get to the point where it's like, do you pick like best available? Do you start reaching for needs? All right, I'm between two.
I'm gonna
because you guys gobbled up all the offensive linemen. There's not that many top offensive linemen this year. So, all right, I think I'm ready. I'm just making sure I don't forget about anybody. No, all right, I didn't forget about anybody. All right, let's make sure I do this right. Okay, all right. Next up, with the 18th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select James Pierce Jr., edge rusher from Tennessee.
Okay. I like it.
I think if the draft board falls like this, so clearly the Seahawks need to beef up both of their lines. I think they would have preferred offensive line here, but with the way the good tackles flew off the board, and plus now there's a run on edge rushers too. I mean, what's that? The last 4 picks have been edge rushers. So I think Seattle panics. I think they want to get somebody for their line that they think is good, and they get James Pierce Jr., even though it might be a slight reach.
Yeah.
But that puts the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the clock. It is a good pick, but people have James Pierce falling.
I think the pick is in.
Ooh, okay.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Jahad Campbell, linebacker,
best available. Okay. All right. See, this was the guy I was between. I was between James Pierce Jr. and Jahad Campbell. I think if Jahad makes it this far to the Bucs, I think they sprint to the podium.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah, since he's here, I'm definitely putting him right here. Because Levante David's getting older. They don't have Devin White anymore. So they need a young buck in that in their front seven to help Vita Vea out.
Oh, God. It just dawned on me who my next pick is. But the Denver Broncos are on the clock.
Okay. I will say, now that he's not on the board, if Omarion Hampton was to fall here, or Genty, even though that's not going to happen, if either of them were to fall here, I think Denver's going to front flip to get this pick taken.
I think I'm going in a little bit of a different direction. You guys might be surprised with the pick.
Okay.
Even with the player at the position for the pick.
Okay.
But
oh boy.
Here's where I think they're going to go. With the 20th overall pick, the Denver Broncos select Matthew Golden.
Oh.
Whoa! Not Colton
I don't
Loveland?
hate that. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate
Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas.
I get it. I don't hate it. I probably would have went Colston too, but that's not bad.
Wow, Colston has been locked into Denver for months now. For them to switch up for Matthew Golden, who did really well at the combine.
Cortland's getting old, man.
And but Bo Nix in that
receiver room.
And what's his next best receiver? Marvin Mims. Mims is decent, but he's not.
But Bo needs a tight end, man. But hey, Matthew Golden, that dude's a threat.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't think it's going to happen if Tyler Warren falls to 20. They're definitely picking him.
He's not going to make it that far, but yeah,
I feel like if it's not him, they're going with one of these top receivers.
Yeah,
and I'll go with Matthew Golden here.
That's fair. All right, yeah, good pick.
Let's see what
that's honestly not the. That's not the receiver I thought you were going to pick for them. But
pick Tet first. You thought he was going to pick Tet first?
Yeah, I thought he was going to pick Tet, which is crazy considering when mock draft season started, Tet was a bona fide top 5 pick, and now look at
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he slides this far. I think he'll go in the teens, but we'll see.
Dude, Yinsberg, man, Omar Khan.
I know where he's going with this already.
And Mikey T are all sitting in the room, man. What do they got to do to get over the hump? They got to do something. They haven't won a playoff game in 10 years. TJ Watt's ready to get out of town. I mean, they just brought in DK Metcalf. You got what? Mason Rudolph. You got no running back.
And Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson. Cam Hayward's getting old. Minka Fitzpatrick's aging another year.
Cam. He's still good, though.
Yeah, but he's getting another year older. I mean, the Steelers and their roster, they got to figure it out because they're close. They're already at, what, a decade? Or would this year be a decade without a win?
It's a decade.
Yeah.
It's 2016.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, about to be. It's like 9 years. 10 years.
Well, the pick is in. And on Thursday, April 24th, the Steelers' lives will be changed forever with the selection of Jackson Dart, quarterback of Ole Miss.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I think Milroe's going to get taken here.
Yeah, I was thinking you were going to go Milroe.
I'm thinking Milroe's getting taken.
When you presented, I knew it was going to be a quarterback, but I thought you were going to say Milroe.
I only think Milroe's going here if Dart's already gone.
You think, what if Saints take, but I think if Saints take Dart, take Dart instead of Shedeur, I think Steelers trade up to get Shedeur.
Yeah.
But if Shedeur gets taken, I think Steelers go Milroe.
So Shedeur and Jackson Dart have to be gone for Milroe to go here. I honestly think the Steelers might even like Tyler Shuck more than Milroe at this point.
Has he been on a visit? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't know.
But Jackson Dart, I think they want the pro-ready quarterback. I think Jackson's the most pro-ready that's not Cam Ward. So Pittsburgh wants a gunslinger. Oh boy, they got one in Jackson Dart. He's got a little Brett Favre in him. He'll fit it into Andy Window. He's mobile.
He got an arm. He got an arm too.
He's low-key mobile like Ben too. You guys love that shit. So Jackson Dart, as much as I love him and hate the Steelers, I think he's going to be your guys' savior.
Okay.
The Chargers are on the clock. Shout out.
Oh, they're. I already ran my pick up to the stand. I think we all know who this pick's going to be. At pick 22 of the 2025 NFL Draft, the LA Chargers select Colston Loveland, tight end. Yeah, Harbaugh gets his boy back. You know, they're reunited. And you get the arguably best tight end in the draft. I don't think he's better than Tyler Warren, but arguably best tight end in the draft. So
did somebody say boom?
That's what Jim Harbaugh's saying every time they run the football.
I'm telling you, if he drops to 22, when I tell you that'll be the quickest pick in NFL history.
Dude, Jim Harbaugh, if they get Colston Loveland, are the Los Angeles Chargers the new exciting whites? Herbert, McConkey, Loveland.
Yes.
They're the new exciting whites.
Yes, they are. They're going to be dogs, yeah.
All right, the host of the draft, Green Bay Packers, are on the clock.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, that's what I kind of thought about when I made this pick, that I saw that I had the Packers. They're hosting the draft. They got to make, that some big pick here with pick 23. Here's where I'm going to go. With the 23rd overall pick of the NFL Draft,
he's going to do it.
Green Bay Packers, the host team, select Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver, Ohio State.
Oh no! Oh no! I see you. I can't.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
All right. I'll say it again. With the 23rd overall pick, the Green Bay Packers select Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver. Sorry for the glitch, but that was the pick. I had to make it a second time.
Dude, what has Ted McMillan done to y'all?
That got me.
I'm cool with it.
I'm shocked. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. That's not where I thought you were going with that.
Oh, shit.
Wow. I thought for sure he was going Ted.
And their crowd's gonna go wild on this pick.
Dude, that crowd's gonna go nuts.
No one expected it, but it's I don't know. I like it. I like it.
I like the pick. Oh yeah, I love it. It's
I think
that's not. I thought Ted was gonna go first.
The Minnesota Vikings are sending Christmas cards to the Green Bay Packers, and Kevin O'Connell just dribbled someone's head off the floor, getting to the podium as fast as he humanly possibly could for this pick. Without further ado, the Minnesota Vikings select Nick Amanawari, safety from South Carolina.
Oh, you think they're going to get Eamon Wari?
Dude, I think if he makes it this far, man. I think Kevin O'Connell will throat punch somebody to get Amunawari, dude. I mean, they need a safety because you got to think Cam Bynum just left. They got Harrison Smith, who is a million years old, and this guy's a freak of nature. So, man, I think the Vikings love this pick. Me too.
If they don't take him,
yeah, that's where I think he could go. But I don't know, man. I feel like the Vikings have bigger need, or I feel like this is a bigger need for the Vikings than who's left on the board. So, I love this pick for them. This should be easy. This should be too easy.
I'm going to tell you why I don't know. Because there's two specific spots that the Texans very much need, and that is wide receiver and that is offensive line. I am torn.
Dude, this is too easy. You know who they're going to pick.
I'll do it. I'll do it. With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Teteroa McMillan.
Yeah, and the slide finally ends.
Arizona.
Wow.
The slide finally ends. 25.
I can see them taking line here though.
No, after letting Diggs walk and Tank Dell is MIA with his knee injury, dude, they got to do something here. And plus, a guy of Tet's talent falling this far, I can definitely see them making this pick. To be honest, if Tet didn't go here, I would think he would go with the next pick too. But he's not.
Yeah. My thing is, like, would they? Because he's a similar receiver to Nico, as far as like big man that can move, that still has like a nice catch radius.
Yeah, but they got to get someone who can get separation in there.
Yeah.
So now there's only one person left of the top 25, or two people left of the top 25, as we get to pick 26, and the Los Angeles Rams are on the clock.
All right, the Los Angeles Rams are on the clock with the 6th overall pick of the NFL Draft. The LA Rams are going to select Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State.
Good pick. Okay. Yeah, good pick. They needed that.
I feel like that was the safe pick, and I made it.
It definitely is. I mean, I feel like that's their biggest need right now, so that's a good pick.
Good pick.
That's someone I was considering for my pick. Oh, dude, do the Ravens reach?
Yeah,
all the names that the Ravens have been mocked to are gone. Shamar Stewart, James Pierce, Mike Green.
You know who you still could do here? I'm not going to
Amunawari.
There's someone that you could go that's along the lines of Amunawari. And I'm wondering if you would do it.
I just wondered, like, what the Ravens prioritize more here. Do they prioritize best player available, or do they prioritize need? That's where I'm struggling. Because best player available is easy.
Knowing you guys, I would assume best player available, but who knows?
I know. I'm in trouble, dude. I'm struggling here. That's the problem with a draft like this, is that it's not easy to tell, like, at the end who's going to go where. But, oh, man. All right. I'll lock it in. With the 27th pick of the NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Donovan Izuraku, edge rusher, Boston College. I don't necessarily love the pick, but I think the Ravens prioritize edge rusher as their biggest need, and he's the second highest player still on the board. So I think that's where they go here. I think Ravens are going defense no matter what, unless one of the really good offensive linemen fall. Other players considered here was Tyler Booker and Gray Zabel, guards. So Ravens have the worst guards in the league. So I was really between Tyler Booker and the edge rusher, but knowing the Ravens, they won't do what I want them to do, so edge rusher. Even though we suck at drafting them. So that puts the Detroit Football Lions on the clock. Man, he's so happy about the pick. He's putting it in bold.
Man, I tried to get freaking name right. That is wild. That's it.
Yeah,
somebody help me out.
It's a name. Hang on, I gotta go back to the other page. It's a name for sure.
I found it. I'm good.
You good?
As Sir, yep. Sir Rock.
I'm sure Eric DaCosta is like, oh, last time we picked from Boston College, that worked out pretty good for us. So what's another one?
Yeah, because I get it.
My favorite players from there, yeah.
Oh, this one is okay. Let's see.
The Detroit Lions, man. I feel like this is an easy pick. This is an easy pick.
I don't know.
I'll go. Pick. There's no way this guy doesn't go here. If he makes it this time.
I don't think I'm picking who you. It's defense. I don't think I'm picking who you think I'm picking though. We'll see. Okay, I'll say it. So with the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select. Are you ready? Give me a little dumb.
Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Edge of our seats.
Oh no, he's gone. Frick! I was looking at the wrong guy. Kenneth Grant. Defensive tackle, Michigan.
Wow, that is not the defensive tackle I thought you were going there.
Oh my gosh. Who did you think I was going with?
Derek Harmon's still on the board from Oregon.
That's a good one too.
That's why I was saying there's no way this guy doesn't go here. Wow.
Oh no, I went Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant's been going up draft boards like crazy.
He's a good player for sure. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I can't believe Derek Harmon's fell all the way to 29 at this point in time, and maybe even farther. But that puts the Washington Commanders on the clock, which shout out to them negotiating a $3 billion deal with DC to build a new stadium in DC.
Let's go. Yeah, that's big. So I'm going to be taking the guy that we all thought was going with the last pick. With the 29th overall pick, the Washington Commanders select Derek Harmon.
Yes, good pick.
Tackle out of where'd he go?
Oregon.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a good pick, dude. I mean, they just got rid of Jonathan Allen. Deron Payne's starting to get old, and he's on an expensive deal. And they already have that defensive tackle from last year who's really good. So to pair those two up would be awesome.
Yep, that's a good pick.
All right. With my final pick of the night, the Buffalo Bills are on the clock. And that officially wraps up the top 25 as well. All the top 25 go in the first 29 picks. This is tough. Actually, I'm way overthinking this pick. All right, picks in. With the 30th pick, the Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Hairston, corner from Kentucky.
Good pick.
Easily the biggest need for the Buffalo Bills. Offensive line, corners. There's no offensive lineman here at this point that I think they're truly in love with. And I think their corners getting injured last year is what really did them in. And Kyer Elam has not panned out. So Maxwell Hairston, very fast. Going to be very good for the Buffalo Bills.
That's a good one.
And now the Kansas City Chiefs are on the clock. They shouldn't even be allowed to have a first-round pick, I feel like.
Honestly.
Should be banned from having a first-round pick.
The pick's already in. It's in.
They should be forced to draft a Devon shower handle.
Because everybody knows what they needed if you watch that Super Bowl. So with the with the 31st pick and the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Connerly Jr., offensive tackle. Oh, man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't want them to be good at all.
I'm not making myself clear. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want them to be good at all, bro.
We do not care.
Exactly.
That's how we all feel about the Chiefs, dude. Just hammering all the sound drops.
There we go. Okay, we can move on now. I like
Luke,
Philly a lot better than I like the Chiefs.
Luke, make this final pick. There's a couple pieces of baseball news that just dropped, so let's knock this last pick out.
Okay, let's do this final pick. The Super Bowl defending champion Philadelphia Eagles with the 32nd overall pick select Trey Amos, cornerback, Ole Miss.
Bro, I thought you were going to take Malachi Starks from Georgia just because they
always That's what I thought he was
Georgia players.
They do.
Oh, man. Good pick,
They're staying in the SEC, though.
Yeah, good pick, though. All right, Luke. Do you want the good news or bad news for baseball? It has nothing to do with the Pirates.
What's the news? Nick Castellanos hit a home run?
No, I haven't checked that yet. No,
Rest in
it's
peace, Pope Francis.
Facts. Rest in peace to the Pope. Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
We'll take the bad news first.
Spencer Strider, after one start, is back on the injured list with a hamstring strain. Rip my fantasy team.
Oh, dude, bro can't stay healthy.
It's such a shame. He's one of my favorite pitchers in all of baseball. But the good news is the A's are calling up Nick Kurtz.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, wait, what position is he?
First base.
First base, power hitter. Dang. Okay.
So it's going to be
the
a
A's
rotation.
are kind of making some noise.
It's going to be a rotation of Brent Rooker, Tyler Soderstrom, and Nick Kurtz at the DH spot. So,
I mean, like for my fantasy team, I don't like that because I have Brent Rooker on my team. But for the A's, like, man,
how do you think I feel about Strider, brother? I mean, what the hell?
Oh, he's on your team. That's I had him last year. I picked him on like the 3rd or 4th round. Then he got hurt, and I was like,
after
I had
one
like a bunch
start,
of pitchers
that was
get hurt
brutal.
last
Yeah,
year. Dude. But all I'm gonna say is, like, dude, it's like leg issues. It was elbow issues before. He's just injury prone. But all I'm gonna say is, this past week, I think I scored like a record amount of points on fantasy. I had like 300 something points.
Jeez.
Dude, all of my pitchers shit the bed. All of my pitchers got negative points in their starts. So I only scored like 115 points.
Dude, yeah, negative points. It sucks.
Yeah, like all 6 of my pitchers got negative points this past week. So I got like 115 points. I got absolutely spanked.
Dang.
But all right.
Wait, what's your record?
I think I'm 2-2 now.
2. Okay.
All right. For those who have hung around, thank you so very much. And if you have watched 56 minutes of our programming and have not hit the subscribe button or the follow or the 5-star review, what are you doing? No, but seriously though, we greatly appreciate.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. We greatly appreciate the support, y'all. Luke, Jordan, y'all got any final words?
Just want to say we appreciate the support, as my co-host was saying. Luke, thanks for coming on. It's always fun, man. This was a great episode. This is really, really fun.
Yeah, good draft.
Once again, people, like, comment, subscribe. Just continue to support. We appreciate it. That's all I got.
Let's go. Yeah, don't forget to follow Catching Up with Kachur podcast on TikTok as well.
Oh yeah, go ahead and plug, Luke. Go ahead and plug.
Don't worry, Luke. We put you in the description. People see. People know. We got you, bro. We take care of you.
Yeah, we do.
But
yeah, we do.
Yeah, appreciate y'all checking us out, and yeah, good luck to your team on draft night. We appreciate y'all. See ya.
Peace.